Nowadays, pregnancy tests are so reliable that quite often people are aware early on that they're pregnant. People can either speak to their GP and can formalise the process that way, or they can just make contact with their local midwife. There's a phone number now that people can phone, and that cuts out the GP part of it and directs them straight to their midwife. The first booking appointment lasts about an hour, and it involves weight, height checks, baseline blood pressures. Bloods are taken just to check rubella status and a full blood count, and also to check for infections that could harm the baby. We also do carbon monoxide monitoring, just if women are smoking, it gives us a baseline. We also discreetly try to speak to the woman on her own to ask about any domestic violence. If there's no issues with a woman's health, then the midwife will have sole care. If there is a pre-existing health condition or a disability, then there might be other healthcare professionals involved. The information that we give is verbal at each appointment, but we also back that up with various information leaflets. There's a book called the Ready Steady Baby book, which has a huge amount of information in it. There's also a lot of resources online that people can access, because we want people to have as much information and be able to make informed choices as much as possible throughout the pregnancy. Generally there's around 8 to 10 appointments in a pregnancy. If there are other conditions, pre-existing conditions, or if things arise through the pregnancy, then there can be more. It really just depends on the individual woman and what she requires. Scans are generally around 12 and 20 weeks. If there's cause for concern, if we feel that the baby isn't growing properly, then there can be additional scans. Women are advised that they have a variety of options regarding birth. More and more people are opting to have home deliveries, and if you've got a healthy pregnancy, then there's no reason why you can't deliver at home with the support of your midwifery team. You can also deliver in the hospital. There's also a variety of reasons why people might have caesarean sections, elective caesareans or emergency caesareans, and people would be given the information about all of that, because again it's about informed choice and people knowing what to expect. Generally, a woman will see the same midwifery team antenatally and postnatally. It's probably now more unusual that she would get the same midwife during labour and delivery. It would tend to be one of the midwives who work in labour ward who would be involved in that part, but she will have the overall care of her midwifery team antenatally and postnatally. During the postnatal period, one of the really important roles of a midwife is to encourage and support breastfeeding. Breastfeeding's got a multitude of benefits for both mum and baby. It prevents female cancers, and babies it prevents or can reduce the incidence of eczema and asthma, ear infections, and it just promotes bonding, and it's a midwife's job to support a woman, and if she wants to do that, then we give as much encouragement and support as is needed. If a baby does decide to come early, then the midwife would still be involved. She'll still be looking after the woman while she's in labour, and there are midwives working in neonatal units to support women postnatally and ensure that they still get the care and the assistance to bond with their babies and to learn the skills that you need to look after a baby. In a neonatal unit you would maybe have babies from around 24 weeks to term. We also in the neonatal unit would look after babies with jaundice needing treatment, babies with feeding issues, babies with low blood sugars, but we ensure that bonding isn't interrupted, that parents spend as much time as possible with their babies during that time so that they're prepared for when they go home. The community midwife will visit the mother at home with her baby for anything up to 28 days, at which point the care is handed over to the health visitor. Usually though, around about 10 days, she will then hand over the care if everything's going well, if feeding's well, if the mum and baby are well and don't need midwifery input anymore, then the health visitor then steps in. The new baby box scheme, which is just rolling out, is a fantastic idea, I think, and a lot of women are really on board with that. I've been encouraging anyone that I meet to apply for it, because there's so much in the boxes that help healthy relationships with your babies. There's clothes for babies, there's books, there's a poem which has been written for Scottish babies. There's also a stretchy wrap for baby wearing, which is fantastic for bonding and for just helping mums to get out the house and get back into a routine. So it's basically about giving everyone the same opportunity and the same start.